Hey there! Welcome everyone. Let's get this game working. How's it going? I've just been doing editing today, and there we go. I got my new audio recorder, which is, I don't know, I'm super excited about it. Because literally, like, I don't have, there's like very little, you can ask my wife, there's like very little things that I'll say that I want to buy. Like, maybe people will want to buy like, oh, I want to get like a new phone, I want to get a car, I want to get this thing or this game or whatever. You know, there's very little stuff that I actually want. And usually it's, most of the time, it's either something to eat, because I gotta live, but it's either some food like, oh, I kind of want to eat like a taco or something like that. But usually it's like equipment for videos. And having done videos now since I started my YouTube channel, if I want something for videos, it's like, it's always expensive. Like because I already have everything. I already have all the basics. Like I already have microphones and lights and cameras. So if there's something that I actually want, it's because it's like something that's more expensive better than what I already have. Like I already had an audio recorder I got for $250, which at the time was not bad. But Dollar General. Oh no, God, I can't imagine what that would sound like. But yeah, so like if you have a $250 audio recorder and you want to upgrade because you think, oh, I can get better audio, are you gonna buy something that's $300? Like, why would you waste your money? Maybe it's a little bit better. Like you don't want to keep spending like $300, then the next time another $350, and then $400. Now, by the time you look at it over like a few year period, you've now spent like thousands of dollars. Or you could just go from something you already have to something much better. So I did that. I did an upgrade. The first. A big upgrade, not like the #1 audio recorder or anything. There are better out there if you want to pay thousands of dollars, but those are also ones that I would never ever need. Things that allow for like 20 microphones to be hooked up to it. No. I got this little one here. Oh, this is my microphone in there. This is the microphone I use. Microphone's also really good. I upgraded my microphone at the same time a few years ago, and I've been using this. I'll probably keep using this forever as long as it doesn't break. This is great. And then this little cute little thing. So I'm just happy, just showing it off. Cause yeah, there's like nothing else I get really excited about except gear. And not just any gear, but like, you know, gear I can use for my videos. So that's what makes me excited. So I bought that. I also bought a stand. I bought a light stand, like just a stand, not a light, just the stand, the metal, the bars that hold stuff. Because I had one that I bought for cheap because I thought I'll save a few bucks and look at this, I'll get this one for $60. I'm not gonna buy the real one for $150. I'll buy the $60 one. It's just as good. It's not just as good. It sucks. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and I bought a real one. And then I also bought a new tripod because if you guys, you know, you've probably never seen my tripod, but it's like, it's kind of like it's asking me to be taken out back. Like the legs are kind of like slowly unscrewing. I keep having to like hit it back so the leg doesn't fall off. It works for the most part, but it's just very simple. And not too easy to use. I can't really like adjust it so well. So at the time it was good though. I don't regret buying it. I bought that when I first started my channel, like I think 2014 or something. 2013 I bought that tripod. And but now I'm getting a real tripod as well. So eventually, you know, you'll watch a Go Billy video and you'll be like, wow, this looks so professional. So that's my goal, is to someday get like legitimately like pro level videos for you guys. Okay, now I'll say hi to everyone because I've just been ignoring everyone and talking about myself for this whole time. Hey Cheryl, Larissa, I'm the first one here. No, Cheryl was first, but, or maybe you were. Maybe you said that first and it just showed up in the wrong order. Hey Killaman, welcome guys. I'm just reading the chat real quick. Oh hey Arlie, welcome. Alyssa, oh hey Alyssa. I'll just click continue while we're talking. Yeah, you came into the You're in the live yesterday. You did 2 donations. I remember that. Good quality audio video equipment is a good investment. They last. Yeah, like the thing is, what was it, that intonation? I'm not buying new equipment because my old stuff breaks. Because I don't have like garbage equipment anyway. I got rid of that stuff early on. But like I'm buying better stuff because I realize that I now am ready for that type of thing. Whereas I think it would be kind of a waste if I had this at the beginning. I'd be like, what am I doing with this? I don't know what I'm doing, just record. But now that I know, like, oh, no, I can actually get better audio quality if I use this. So I'll start using that. You won't notice anything until next year though, because all the videos right now are actually finished until the end of December. So I filmed everything until December, with exception of the beginner course, was filmed back in like January or February, or even some of them were filmed last December. So yeah, and in November though, when I finish this current beginner course, then I'm going to start using my new equipment. I don't want to use the new equipment for the beginner course. I want it to be consistent. So I'll keep using all the same older stuff I have. But starting in January, early January, I'll start uploading brand new videos with new equipment and stuff. Hopefully there will be a noticeable difference with sound quality and just overall appearance of stuff. The one and only Roxy. Hey, everyone. Okay, so where did we get to? Okay, I think we have to pick going back to Hyunmina. And then do you remember where we got to with her? Hold on, let me check. I think Cheryl posted in the Discord. Let me check in the Discord real quick. How far did we get with this girl in the conversation? This is where we stopped. Okay. 내 적극적인 모습에 마음이 흔들리는 것 같기도 한데 아직 경계가 온전히 풀리지는 않은 거겠지. Okay, that's as far as we got. All right. Thanks for posting that, by the way, Cheryl. That's really helpful. Okay. I'm just getting back to there. Okay, here we are. This is as far as we got. 내 적극적인 모습에 마음이 흔들리는 것 같기도 한데, and this is why I stopped here, because my brain was breaking down for translation. But last night when I looked at it, it made sense again. So I don't know, whatever reason it wasn't working. The code. Yeah, we did the code. Kayla, man, I did the code last time on Saturday and explained that. Oh no, I didn't refill my water. Yeah, if I need more water, I'll go get some more. Yeah, the code, we did that. That was, you can watch the video from last time though, but I couldn't explain it in the moment because it kicks you out of the room after you put the code in, but it had to do with Chasup written down on the board with the date. So you figure out which number has Chasup written next to it, and that's the code. That was it. So, I feel like, I kind of think that her mind is changing, like she's feeling something at my 적극적인, my not direct. Oh, I didn't even have my dictionary open. Let's get that open. Oops. Of course I type it in wrong. Active, that's the one. Okay. So like I'm being all active to her. So let's kind of go back and clarify what's going on. I'm being like really like, yeah, oh really? Yeah, interesting. Like I'm trying to show interest. She's really shy. So I'm active at that. So seeing me being active at that, I feel like she's kind of like opening up a little bit. But 아직 경계가 온전히 풀리지는 않은 거겠지. Of course she's not completely dropping her guard yet. 경계, her guard. 나는 그 혼란스러운 감정이 정리될 때까지 조금 기다려 주기로 했다. I decided 주기로 했다 to wait a little bit, to wait for her a little bit until 그 혼란스러운 감정, those confused feelings, so those confused emotions. So until she can take care of those confused emotions, I decided that I would wait for her a bit. So you know, I'm gonna keep talking with her. I'll give her some time until she can kind of organize her emotions. 잠시 말이 없던 현민아는, so she didn't have anything to say for a moment. 내 명함이 구겨질 정도로 손에 힘을 꽉 주더니, So she was holding my business card, 명함, in her hands, really like hard, whack, like tightly, so much that it's like 구겨지다, getting like wrinkled, getting like crumpled. So she's not saying anything, she's just holding my business card and really, really tight, and it's getting wrinkled because she's shy and nervous. I don't know why she invited me into her room though.
피디님.
Hey, 이혜나. Producer, oh, this is a different expression. We didn't get this image before, I think.
제보할 게 있어요.
제보할 게 있어요. I have something I want to report. Oh no, where'd the music go? Yeah. I have something I want to report. Like a tip off, like a tip. 정적을 깨며 무언가를 결심한 듯 말했다. Guys, didn't we just do 듯 yesterday? 정적. I'm not even sure what 정적 here. 정적을 깨다 in this use. Okay, oh, I see. It is literally 깨다, to break. Okay, breaking the silence, kind of like that. So what does the second part of the sentence mean then, guys? So first, 정적을 깨며, breaking the silence. What did she say? What did she say, guys? Translate it while I write this down. So basically, she said something, breaking the silence. 결심하다 is like when you're determined for something. Maybe there's a better translation for 결심하다 than determine. Resolve, determination, make up your mind. Make up your mind. That's a better translation. So, I don't know. Whether you translate or not, I'm going to tell you what the meaning is outdoing me in English and Korean. So, breaking the silence, she spoke, 말했다, 듯, as if she had made up her mind about 뭔가, about something. So here is as if we did the 듯 for just yesterday in the live stream. 나는 고개를 끄덕이고 so I kind of like nodding my head. 자세를 잡았다 and stood up straight, like nodding. Okay, tell me what's the report? What do you have to report? 늘 is always. cut 옷, outer clothing. cut 옷에 넣고 다니던 수첩, the pocket notebook that I always carried in my outer clothing. 과 and my 펜을 꺼내, took it out. 진지한 모습을 하자 and made a serious expression. So I took out the notebook. Little pocket notebook I always had in my, kind of like my coat pocket or something like that, as well as a pen, and made a serious expression. And then 현민아는 내게 좀 더 바짝 다가와 앉는다. So, and then she came a little bit more closer to me, 다가오다, to approach me, and sat down, 앉는다. 그 진지한 얼굴에서 무슨 말이 나올까? What could come out of that 진지한 face, serious face? So what words are going to come out of the serious face? Her. So she just got closer to me and sat down. She said she has something to report. 나는 귀를 기울였다. So I opened my ears. As in, like, I don't know what you'd say. Ready to listen.
이 마을 뭔가 이상해요.
This village, this town, 뭔가 이상해요. Something strange about this town.
그것도 아주 많이.
And as for that, 아주 많이, a lot. Like really weird. 사실 저도 묘한 말이라고 생각은 했는데. Actually, I also thought 이라고 생각을 했는데. I also did think that it's quite a unusual 마을, an unusual strange village. 혹시 이 마을에서 뭔가 본 겁니까? By chance, have you seen something in this town? Did you see something by chance?
본 게 아니라
본 게 아니라, it's not something that I saw. It's not that I saw something.
저 겪었어요.
I experienced it. 겪었어요. Now, if this girl is actually a demon, though, she would be, I think it was vampire. 지가 먼저 갈까? 너무... I still spect her. All right, take care, Killman. She's too nice. Yeah, the thing is, all of the people we've talked with so far seem like they're legitimately not a demon because they all have like a reason to be in the town, but we still have to figure out why, because I think they're all trying to trick us to make us think that they're normal. 겪었다? You experienced? 현민아는 어찌할 바를 모르... 봐! 어찌할 바를 모르는... Here we go. She didn't know what to do. 그러면서 공포에 질린 얼굴로 나를 바라봤다. So she stared at me with a face that was like she didn't know what to do, as if she was like shocked with fear, in horror, like she's really scared and she doesn't know what to do, kind of like that. That's how she stared at me. 어찌할 바. Yep, we did 바 as well in the live stream. 그 공포의 깊이가 심히 깊어. And it was such a deep horror. Literally, that horror's depth was greatly deep. 나는 나도 모르게 등골이 오싹해진다. 등골. 등 is back. 골 is backbone. So literally, my spine was 오싹하다. We did 오싹하다 before, but I can't remember what it is. Is it chili? I think it's going to be chili. Let me check. Yes. Oh, I feel so good when I learn a word that I never had to study, but we just saw it. Okay, but I'm going to write this down because I'll say that I didn't know 등골. Although I did, but let's just say I didn't know 등골. That we can write 등골 in the Anki because it's a good sentence. Okay, so basically, before I knew it, like I unconsciously, actually it would be probably better translation, 나도 모르게, unconsciously, I felt my spine chill. I got a chill down my spine, like that.
저 이 마을에 왔는데 갑자기 안개가 꼈어요.
So I came to this town. The thing is, why is she in this town though? Right? I still don't trust her. Like, why are you in this town though? Sure, you're here. So I came to this village and then suddenly all this fog came over it.
그런데 마을 사람들이 천천히 다가와서
Hold on, I gotta get some more water. I just realized I just ran out of water. I'll be right back. Just a second, guys. Just one sec. Okay, guys, gotta get some water. All right, where were we? However, the village people! Okay. 그런데, but the village people 천천히 다가와서 started approaching me really slowly. 다가오다.
모르겠어요.
I just don't know.
이상할 정도로 친절한데 그 눈빛들이 너무 무서웠어요.
I just don't know. 이상할 정도로 친절한데 they're just like so nice that it was 이상할 정도. So much that it was strange.
그래서 여기서 나가게 해달라고 하니까
그 눈빛들이, but their eyes, literally 눈, eye light, 빛, eye light. So like the look in their eyes was so scary. 그래서 so then I asked them 해달라고, 나가게 해달라고, let me leave. 여기서 나가게 해달라고 하니까, because I asked, and then I asked them, hey, let me get out of here.
갑자기 바닥에 머리를 찌으면서 피가 날 때까지 찌으면서
They started hitting their heads on the ground, and then until blood came out. I believe so. Just check the chita. I'll probably add this word though, chita, because I didn't think I put it in. Chita. Yeah, pound, that's the word. So pounding their head. Not just hitting, but pounding their head. Okay, I'll write that down for pound. Startled me. Okay.
용서해달라고 소리치는 거예요.
They started shouting out. 용서하다. 용서하다 is to forgive. 용서해달라고. Please forgive us. So they started smashing their heads on the ground, like pounding their heads on the ground until they were bleeding and saying, please forgive us.
그래서 도망가려 했어요.
So and then I tried to run away. 도망가려 했어요.
그런데 이상하게 계속 같은 자리를 맴돌고 사람들은 다가오고.
But then strangely I kept ending up kept going around 맴돌고 into the same spots. Yeah, we did that too. 사람들은 다가오고 and then the people started approaching me. Yeah, village people. 마을 사람.
어찌할 줄을 몰라서 막 달리다가.
And I didn't know what I should do. 어찌할 줄 몰라서 I just started 달리다가 I just started running. And then while I was running,
여관에 도착한 거예요.
and I arrived at this 여관, but we don't know why she was even at the village in the first place, right? 두서 없다. 두서 없다. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, okay, makes sense. Incoherent. Yeah, it's vague. It's kind of weird what she's saying. Okay, so what she was saying was vague and unorganized, but it was clearly frightening. The closest thing to me is a baby bottle. I went the whole time raising my kid. I never once tried the formula before. I just never wanted to. I'm like, I wonder what it tastes like. No, actually, I don't wonder. So I never tried it. I'm guessing it's just like sweet milk. 미나는 마을 사람들에게 위협. Village people! So, Mina. Yep, I believe that's threat. Let's just check. Yeah, threat. She was threatened. 위협 당하다. 위협 당하다. She was threatened by the village people and 말을 벗어나려 했지만 she tried to leave the village, but 예의 그 안개 때문에 같은 장소를 빙빙 돌 수밖에 없었다. But all she was able to do was just keep going around the same spot because of the fog. Hope you didn't try the mashed peas. No, I didn't eat any of the baby food. Ham mush? Oh. Ew, no. Guess today's the day I drink formula again after almost 20 years. Yeah. No, I just wasn't interested in it. Like, I figure if he didn't like it, he'd spit it out or let me know. But he'd drink it. So I'm like, okay, cool. Must be good. I can smell it. Like, it smells nice. Like, it smells like powdered milk, kind of. And I I use powdered milk. If you make yogurt, you'll use powdered milk. It's really useful for that. And then if you need milk, like you totally run out of milk and then you don't even have box milk, then you can use powdered milk and just let it sit in the fridge overnight. And it's kind of drinkable. It doesn't work for like, just drinking a cold glass of milk, but it does work for making chocolate milk. It works okay for cereal, stuff like that. I found out something cool. Random fact. Okay, so I didn't know this, but like I have an emergency supply kit just because I live in California and you never know when there's going to be like an earthquake or a fire or whatever, and you have to leave the house for a few days. So I have like an emergency kit. In there I have some, I would normally keep like boxed milk, which stays fresh for like a year in my cabinet, but I also put some dried milk, and I noticed the dry milk expiration date is like 3 years. So I was like, okay, I better replace it. Turns out, I looked this up. Turns out dried milk doesn't expire, although it has an expiration date. Like as long as it's not exposed to air, apparently it technically stays fresh like decades. Like it's totally fine forever. So which is kind of cool. Totally random fact. Back to the game. 이걸 직접 겪은 현민아가 어떤 기분일지 감히 상상하기가 힘들다. So 현민아, who experienced this 직접 personally, 겪은 현민아가 어떤 기분, what kind of feeling일지, what kind of feeling she has, 감히 상상하기가 힘들다. I couldn't dare to imagine. I couldn't even imagine. 상상하다, imagine, 힘들다, difficult. So like it would be difficult to even imagine what kind of feeling she must have who she experienced this personally, firsthand. So yeah, if you ever have a dried powdered milk, if you want to buy it for storage, just buy the biggest box. Make sure it's not like the really cheap bag that's not like airtight. Get like an airtight container. But yeah, it'll last forever. You can just keep it. And then yeah, if you want to drink it, follow the instructions. It tells you put it in the fridge overnight. Actually put it in the fridge overnight, and it does taste different. Because I always had like you mix it with water and you drink it and it's like, what the heck is this? Like milk flavored water? It's gross. But if you leave it in the fridge, it's kind of like, it tastes like non-fat milk. So it's like, yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. It's like milk. I'm actually, you guys don't know this, but I actually purposely say milk. I'm saying it right? Yeah. I purposely say milk whenever I say milk. It's not what I want to say naturally. I want to say milk. Because that's how I grew up, saying it milk. But everyone told me, they all kept telling me like, why are you saying it milk? So I'm like, oh, that's the way I grew up. That's what I learned. Turns out, no, I'm just a freak. No one in my family says milk. None of my friends said milk. Somehow I picked it up. But yeah, so now every time I say it, I consciously will say milk. I have to tell myself to say it. I don't say milk now, but it's a conscious thing. Okay, 이었고, and then 현민아는 거의 경기를 일으키듯 덜덜 떨기 시작한다. 듯. See, you see 듯 everywhere. Oh, Uju! Hey, Uju! Uju is like one of my best friends in Korea, actually. Wow. Good morning. Uju, you working from home this week, right? Uju is working from home, she told me. Yeah, she's really cool. She's totally Korean. Yeah. So she started 덜덜, it's like shivering. So she started 떨기 시작한다. She starts like shivering, as if 거의 almost 듯, as if 일으키다 would be like to cause a 경기, but here it's a different 경기. It's not the game 경기. I'm not sure which 경기 this is. Oh, to have convulsions. Okay. All right. I didn't know that word. A fit of convulsions. All right. Cool. Because yeah, there's a regular word 경기, which could mean like a game or a match, and then there's 경기, which is like the area including like Seoul and everything. It's a different one. Okay, so I'll write that down. We're just seeing lots of examples of 듯 in this game already, right? 우주. 우주. Match? Matching? What's matching? Matching? Oh, I see. 경기. Yeah, match. 하하하. 그때 감각이 되살아나는 걸까? Could she be reliving? 돼. Remember, I told you guys that 돼 is a pure Korean prefix that attaches onto pure Korean verbs and means again. So here it's 살다, to live. 되살다, to relive. So is she reliving those emotions by chance right now?
다행히 여관에까지 쫓아오진 않았는데.
Fortunately, 다행히, they didn't chase me, 쫓아오다, to the inn, but...
창문 밖으로 보니까 근처를 계속 서성이고 있고.
But then looking out of the window, I could see that they were still wandering around 근처, in the area. 서성이다, I believe that is. I think I already wrote this one down too. Wandering. Yeah, kind of walk around.
그 이유 너무 무서워서
And then after that, I was just so scared. 너무 무서워서, because I was so scared, I can't act, guys. Yeah, I'm awaiting a jump scare. Hasn't really been a jump scare in this game, I think. Has there? 고생이 많았겠구나. And she must have really had a hard time. 고생 means like suffer, but yeah, so literally there must have been a lot of suffering. But it's here, it's like she must have had a really hard time, I guess. 나는 잠시 현민아를 다독거리며 생각해 봤다. 다독거리다. 다독? Is that like leave alone? No. Okay, I was totally guessing. Okay. Console. Consoled. So it's kind of like, you know, like patting her on the head. It's okay like that. Because she's sitting down in front of us. You have to remember. It doesn't really show that in the image, but she's sitting down in front of us. Okay, so for a while I was consoling her and I was just thinking while consoling her like that. Though, you know, there is a weird clue. If this girl is the vampire, if she's a vampire, it's a very fitting picture for her to have in her room. Notice the crosses here, like the moon, the full moon out, and then all these crosses. Looks like a graveyard or something. I don't know what that is. 3. There's like a number 3 or something written down there. 현민아가 진짜 인간이라는 전제하에 현민이가 겪은 일들을 풀어보면, so if we operate under the assumption that, hold on, let me check that. Oops, I spelled. Yeah, under the assumption. Okay, cool. I didn't forget my Korean. If we operate under the assumption that she's a real human, then if we kind of decipher the things that she's experienced. 저 너무 심심해. Uju, you don't have to speak 존댓말 to me. We're like close friends. You don't have to like, 빌리 씨, 저는 너무 심심해요. 해요. What are you gonna do today, Uju? You're not gonna like go to your work. 전제하에. That's a really good one. I want to add that to the dictionary. But yeah, it's under the assumption of, like that. And it's easy to remember too. Cheryl, this ha here is under. So it's ha with the particle a. So it's like under the something. So you could probably guess this. If you knew all the other words in the sentence, you could guess what 전제하에 without even knowing what it means, just because ha is the hanja for under. Okay. 빌리야, 뉴나 심심하다. 뉴나. Can you move your cursor, please? Oh, sorry. Was it like blocking right here? 마을 사람들은 현민아가 5마리의 마물 중 하나라고 오해한 것 같다. Then I think that 오해하다 is to misunderstand. 오 means a mistake. If you guys know the word 오타, mistake, 타, type, that's a typo, 오타. 오해, miss, 해 is understanding, so misunderstanding. So I think that they misunderstood that she is one of the mamur, one of the demon girls among the 5 demons that there are. 마을 사람들은, the village people, if we operate on, oh, I gotta drink some water. So if we operate under the assumption that she's a real human, well then I think that the village people must have misunderstood that she is one of the 5 demons or something like that, right? So then we could conclude, if that's so, then that would mean, oh, she's a human, she just got caught up in all this. Oh, so I know where you're saying. I see. 그렇다면 이 마을 사람들의 기묘한 행동도 어디서 비롯된 것인지 이해가 간다. Then I can understand, 이해가 간다. I understand, I get where these actions of the bizarre actions of the village people started from. So then I can get where these strange actions all started from. 비롯되다. 현민아가 이들에게 공포를 느끼듯. See, that's coming up everywhere. I told you, as soon as you learn something, it just pops up like everywhere now. So as if she was feeling horror from them. So she was feeling afraid from these guys. 저들도 현민아에게 공포를 느끼고 있었던 것이다. Then it means that those guys also were feeling afraid of her. So if she was afraid of them, well then they would have been, if it's true, if she really was afraid of them, then it means they probably would have been afraid of her too, because they would have thought that she's a demon. Even if she's not, they would have been afraid of her. And she was afraid because she didn't know what's going on. So basically both of them would have been afraid of each other at that time. 하지만 현민아가 인간이 아니라는 전제가 붙는다면 어떨까? But how about if we add on the assumption that she is not a human? Well then, I like that when it shows her as a vampire, she gets little cute teeth. Look at how tiny those teeth are. There's no way she's biting anyone with those teeth. It's like a mosquito. Like, yeah, totally not gonna suck my blood with that. 지금 현민이가 털어놓은 얘기 중 현민아가 느낀 감정만 살짝 바꾸면 굉장히 섬뜩한 얘기로 변모한다. Yeah, I like these. These are really cute teeth. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, if among the story that she's kind of thrown out to me, if any of the things that she's told me, if among that, if you just change her emotions a little bit, what she felt a little bit in the story, well then it changes into becoming quite a kind of a scary story then. So like, if something that she said wasn't, if you change her emotions in what happened, well then it becomes quite a different story, right? What if everything she says happened but she just wasn't afraid? Well then now it's like scary. Now she enters this town and the people are smashing their heads on the ground and then she's like ha 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 ha, like that, right? If you just change her emotions, then it becomes a very frightening story, is what he's saying. 생각이 거기 마치자. Okay, let's stop there. Let's just stop there. Thinking wise, let's stop there. 나는 나도 모르게 펜을 쥔 손을 살짝 떨었다. I also was shaking my hand a little bit holding the pen. So I unconsciously, 나도 모르게, unconsciously, literally even I don't know, so that even I don't know. I wonder if anyone here is a parent. Besides me, I don't know. Well, could be. Depends who's in the chat right now. Like I said, people shuffle in the chat. Sometimes people will come in and say hi, and then go, and then come back later. I don't know. I got a text. Hold on.
피디님, 이럴 땐 어떻게 해야 돼요?
What is this? Hold on. I don't want anything. I want to share my views on California. Okay. PD님, 이럴 땐 어떻게 해야 돼요? So what do I have to do then? 이럴 땐, as in like in this situation, in this case, what do I have to do? Whole adults with spouses and our kids, yeah. Dog parent count.
경찰에 전화도 안 되고 너무 무서워요, 저.
I can't call the police. 경찰에 전화도 안 되고, like basically I can't make, the police can't be contacted. I can't contact the police and 너무 무서워요. I'm so scared. 자, 진정하자. Okay, let's calm down then. I'm talking to myself here. I'm not talking to her because it would show my name if I was speaking this. So I'm just, italics are my thoughts. So all right, let's just calm down. 아직 이 소녀의 정체를 모르는 이상, as long as I don't know this girl's real form, her real identity, who she is, 나 혼자 지레 겁먹을 수 없다. I can't just get all cowardly like this. Hold on. Yeah. Before anything happens, 지레. Okay, let's write this down. 지레. Okay. Ha. Yep, that's right. Ha. Now, it doesn't mean that anytime you see ha, it means that hanta, but there is a hanta ha, which means below or under. That is ha. 나는 수첩에다가 into my like little hand, my pocket notebook. 현미나 인간? Is she a human? 이라고 적으며. So I wrote down, is she a human? Really simply, just 현미나 equals human, like that. 떨리는 손을 진정시켰다. And I calmed down, relaxed my hand, which was shaking. So I'm like, I wrote down like, okay, maybe she's human. 먼저 몇 가지 물어봐도 될까? First of all, can I ask you 몇 가지, a few things? 의도한 건 아니지만, this isn't what I intended, but 긴장감을 숨기려 하다 다소 건조한 말투가 흘러나왔다. In my attempt to calm myself down, basically to hide my, not calm myself down, in my attempt to hide my nervousness, more literal, 건조한 말투가 흘러나왔다. Some just kind of basic words, just boring words just kind of flew out of my mouth, like dry, like I'm just used to saying this when I'm investigating things. So this kind of just came out of my mouth naturally without thinking about it because I was trying to hide my nervousness. I'm like, oh, can I ask you something? Like I'm a reporter. That hanja isn't in the book. Well, yeah, I think the book only has like 500 hanja, which is unfortunate because the Koreans will learn 2,000. And of those, you don't need, of course, all the 2,000, but like more, several hundred of them will be very common. 게다가 on top of it, 나도 모르게, you'll see 나도 모르게 in this every sentence. The author loves it. It's basically unconsciously, 자연스레, naturally 반말을 하고 있었다. And then on top of it, I just unconsciously started using 반말. Yes. 하지만 오히려 그런 내 말투가 현민아를 조금은 안전시킨 모양이다. But 모양이다. It appears like I calmed her down a little bit. 조금은. 현민아, by the way I was speaking, my 말투, rather. But rather it seemed that, my 반말 actually was calming her down a little bit. Because, 반말 is more like friendly. It's like there's no divide between you. So in this case, she's obviously much younger than me, so it's kind of okay for me to use 반말 to her anyway. 나는 현민아가 좀 더 진정하길 기다렸다가, so while waiting for her to calm down a little bit more, 몇 가지 질문을 꺼냈다. Brought up a few questions to her. So what do we want to ask? 자, 어떤 질문을 해볼까? What kind of questions should we ask? Should we ask something about 현민아? Say, 좀 더 깊이 물어볼까? Should we ask something else more deep about her? Or 이 마을까지 오게 된 경위. So why did she even, what brought her to this village? She could just lie. I think this is a useless question. We could say, what brought you here? She could say, oh, I was dropped off by my parents. Like, we don't even know. I think it's a useless. 더 더 목격한 것들, more things that you experience. I don't want to ask about that. I don't want to. Let's change the topic. Let's get her trust. Let's ask about her. 2 hours. Oh yeah, it doesn't really feel like 2 hours because we're talking the whole time. It's not really that long actually. All the one-to-ones I do so far with everyone, they go by really quick, and we always go over by accident. Like, it's not a big deal, but we always go over. I don't think I finished one on time like ever. Because you start talking and it's like, I'd feel so mean if I'm just like, all right, that's an hour, all right, see you later, bye. But I like it's always like a few minutes, a couple minutes early. I'll log in just to wait, and then I'll like log out a couple minutes after. I suppose unless like we just finished everything right at the hour, then yeah, we could go. But usually it's like 5 minutes over. I think today's was 14 minutes over because we were just talking about other stuff afterward. Okay. 너한테 더 말해줄래? Do you want to tell me more about yourself? No. Notice this is complete 반말. He's only talking with her this way because he's trying to get really close with her, but also it's a game. And she's young. And we're acting in the role of like this older, mature producer. So, we're talking down to her, actually. Goes like only 2 minutes. Yeah. Pre-Hunter. Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I mean, I told Cheryl to study Hunter on her own because it's a good thing to... I mean, of course, you can always add it into our sessions. But I mean, it's something you can also just learn on your own. It's not something that you really need a tutor for Hunter. So, of course, I'm fine talking about it. But you don't need me to learn about Hunter, is what I think. So, but if you have any question that you want like guidance on, yeah, feel free to bring that up. 이름밖에 아는 게 없어서. There's nothing I know more than your name. All I know is your name. Is only bullet point 6. All right.
저는 그냥 학생이에요. 고등학생이요.
I'm just a student. 고등학생이에요. A high school student. Yeah, I could guess by looking at you. 고등학생? A high schooler? 뭔가 더 말할 건 없니? Anything else you have to say? I'm not sure why we're kind of pressuring her in this way, but I guess we just want to learn more about her. I just realized her shoulders are really sharp.
네, 없어요.
Yeah, there isn't. 별거 아닌 질문이었는데 상당히 동요하는군. It wasn't really any sort of special question though, but she's quite not giving me a good answer anyway. Oops. Ah, here we go. She's kind of like shaken by it. 동 as in movement, I'm guessing. Yes. 동 as in movement. Cheryl, the Hanja 동 means move. So it's a good one here. I'm just saying these out loud to help myself remember so I don't have to study. 동 means move, like 이동. I believe 동물. A lot of those tongs are moving. So here it's shaken. So it wasn't really much of a question. It wasn't really that hard of a question, but it was a really softball question, but she's quite shaken up by it. Basically, is what we get. It's more like 9 bullet points and 8 pages. Yeah, it's usually really long because you attach like your shopping lists and stuff like that on the later pages. 고등학생, because of the new levels in Discord. Oh yes, nice. Yeah, I really like the stuff that Forrest is doing. We're making a lot of improvements to the Discord, and I think it should be much better once we've got it out. We're also going to be doing another bot. There's another bot that I've always wanted to add, and Forrest is going to be now adding that. He can finally add that for us soon, which I think has a dictionary, a Korean dictionary built into it, which should be pretty cool. And it also has like a feature for like Korean resources and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I might translate a sentence from the... Oh yeah, you can still post that. It doesn't matter if it's late. There's no like... It's not homework, so I'll take it late. 뭔가 숨기는 게 있어 보이는데? It looks like she's hiding something. 숨기다, to hide something. She's hiding something, it looks like. 그래? Real? Yeah? 굳이 PD로서의 직함 따위를 언급할 필요도 없이 현민아는 거짓말을 잘 못하는 성격인 것 같다. I don't really need to basically I don't even need to put on my producer hat for this, but I'm trying to think of a better way to 언급하다. God, I know this one. This is so common. I can't think of the English right now. Mention. That's what I said. Yeah, I was like, I don't even need to mention the fact that I have this senses. Is that right? Can I say that? Yeah, intuition. Okay, there we go. Now I got the words I couldn't think of. So without even having to mention my intuition as a producer, though, like this is so obvious. I don't have to like show you I'm a producer to tell you this. 현민아는 거짓말을 잘 못하는 성격인 것 같아. I think she's not good at lying. Her personality is that she's bad at lying. So we can totally tell that she's lying right here. I'm gonna write that down though, just because I took forever to think of it. Let's see, what should I put this into? I guess I'll put this in the entry for 직감, because I think I have that word in the deck, but I don't think I have a sentence with it. 따위 is, oh yeah, no, I should mention, 따위 is a particle that can attach onto nouns, and it means, or things like that. Or anything like that. So here it's like, I don't need to mention my instinct as a producer or anything like that, is what it means. And you'll see 따위 all the time. 따위 here is 따위 plus the object marker. This is like pro level, this is like advanced level Korean stuff that you won't find in your textbooks because it's like, I don't know why. You might find it in your textbook, but it's not that common of a thing that you'll get taught, but it's used everywhere. Okay. 동 is in the book. Yeah, it should be. I mean, I thought 하 would be too, though, but 하지만 그걸 개묻기도 애매한 상황인지라. But maybe it's a bit, maybe a bit. I'm not really sure if it would be okay to say that. Yeah. I don't know if it would be really okay to say that, as in to say this, that I think that she's a bad liar, like to push her on it, press her on it, like that sort of thing. Like, I don't really know if this would be a good time to press her on that, though, that we think she's lying. But 나는 우선을 넘어가기로 했다. 우선은, okay, that made no sense before when I read it. Anyway, for the time being, first of all, I just decided to just go over that, to just ignore that, basically. 결국 건진 정보는 없군. So in the end, there's no information I'm getting out of this. 그런데 이렇게까지 고생했는데 불구하고 아직 오늘 하루는 끝나지 않았다는 게 문제다. But despite the fact that you've suffered to this point, the problem is that today hasn't ended. Yes, the one and only, the pronoun, however, is me. So I have it. Despite the fact that I've suffered to this point, the problem is that today hasn't ended yet. I think he was talking about me in that sentence, if I remember correctly. Just double check here. Anyway, okay. So basically, in the end, I didn't really get any information out of her. Okay, 자, 어떤 질문 해볼까? What should I talk about then? Should I ask why she came to the village then, or other things that she witnessed? I don't really want to find out more about she witnessed. Like I said, I don't want her to relive anything else. Let's just ask how she came to this village. 어쩌다가 이 마을에 오게 된 건지 말해줄래? Do you want to tell me how you ended up in this town, in this village?
저는 이 마을은 그냥 우연히 들어온 거예요.
Yeah, sure you did. 저는 이 마을은 그냥 우연히. 우연히 is just coincidentally, just by chance. Randomly, I just randomly wandered into this town. 들어온 거예요. Basically what she's saying. I just, came in here totally by chance. Why?
안개 때문에 길을 잃어서.
Why? Anyway, I got lost because of the fog. 그러니? Yeah? 사실 나도 안개를 헤매다가 여기 들어온 거거든. Actually, I also got lost in the fog and came in here. Yeah, me too. But the thing is, I was driving and I got lost by the fog and wandered in here. But why did she wander into the fog area in the first place? What was she even doing around this area? Was she like walking home from school, or what? Was she walking around by herself? Like, I don't get it. 무슨 안개가 이렇게 짙은지. Seriously, what? This is such crazy thick fog. What kind of fog is this thick? 듣기론 거치는데 꽤 걸릴 거라고 하더라고. From what I heard, it's gonna take quite a long time for it to clear up. 거치는데, this should have a space. 는데, because it's 걸리다.
저는 이 근처에 살거든요.
I live around here. 저는 이 근처에 살거든요. I live around here.
하지만 이렇게 안개가 심하게 끼는 곳이 있다는 건 처음 알았어요.
하지만 이렇게 안개가 심하게 끼는 곳이 있다는 건 처음 알았어요. But this is the first time I found out, 처음 알았어요, that there is a place that has fog this severe, that gets this much fog. So the first time I ever found out there's a place like this that gets this much fog. 이 지역에 사는 현민아조차 이런 안개는 처음이라? So Hyunmina lives in this area somewhere, but she's saying it's her first time she's ever experienced this kind of fog. So like she lives here, but this is her first time seeing this kind of fog? Really? So like I'm doubting her. 역시 I knew it. 이 안개는 누군가가 인공적으로 만들어낸 게 분명하다. I'm certain that this fog was made, 만들어내다. I'm certain that this fog was just made by someone. 인공적으로, like by man. It was man-made fog. So I'm certain this fog was actually made by someone. Not that it's natural. I really like her name. 현민아? Yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, it's a bit, they're all suspicious. All the girls are yeah, not trustworthy. We don't know. 저것이 이 마을 사람들이든 악마든. And as far as that, whoever made it is either a village person. Yeah, kind of. Whether they're a village person or a demon. 초자연적인 주술이 연관되어 있을 것이고, it's gonna be something related to like supernatural sorcery, like some supernatural powers. 근처에 산다 해도 여자애 혼자 오기엔 좀 외진 곳인데? This place is kind of far out, away from everything for a little girl, to come here by herself. Even if you live in the area, 근처에 산다 해도, even thinking if you live here, it's quite far out to think that a girl would come here by herself. So like basically, dude, this place is like in the middle of nowhere. What would a little girl be even doing wandering around here, even if you say you live in the area? 혹시 가족들이랑 같이 왔다가 헤어진 거니? Did you come here with your parents and then did you get like separated?
네?
Huh?
네, 맞아요.
Yeah, that's right. 현민아는 마치 얼버무리듯 그렇게 대답했다. She answered like that as if she was trying to avoid the question. 얼버무리다. Here it's 듯 again, as if she is avoiding it. 마치, just like she's avoiding it. See, got 듯 everywhere. 듯 is just like in every sentence now. One of the youngest in this chat. 현민아 is the youngest here. She's 고등학생. Okay. 누가 봐도 거짓말을 하고 있다는 게 느껴질 정도였지만 it was enough so much that anyone would think 누가 봐도, literally no matter who sees it, no matter who sees this, no matter who thought about this, anyone would feel like she's lying, no matter who saw this. But 그렇다고 그분을 개묻기엔 현민아에 대한 정보가 부족하다. But then in order to like kind of push her on anything, like ask her more, about any specific part, well, I don't really have any information. I don't have enough information about her to keep asking her about anything specific. 뭔가 숨기는 게 있다. She's hiding something. 는 그걸 알아낸 것에 만족해야 하나? Should I just be satisfied with the fact that I figured out that she's hiding something? I'm gonna let these sit for a little bit longer before I progress, because that way you guys have a little second to read it as well. I realized I'm like clicking right after reading it, but then you guys might not have gotten to read it. 뭔가 숨기는 게 있다는 걸 알아낸 것에 만족해야 하나? Killoan is 15. 17. Wow. I'm most likely the oldest. Yeah, Cheryl is here anyway. Not the oldest person who subscribes to my channel, but people born after 2013 exist. Yes. Yeah, if you're born 2013, what would you be, 17 now? Yeah. But then you'd have to be born 2015 to be 15. I mean, 2005. Oh my goodness, you were born 2005? That means you were born after, like, The Dark Knight came out. The Batman movie, the Christopher Nolan movie. You were born after the, what was that movie with Cillian Murphy that came out that was pretty bad? Red Eye? Yeah, Red Eye came out that year. Way after the Lord of the Rings completed. 2 years after Lord of the Rings completed. I think of things as like movies. What movies came out in 2005? Master and Commander came out. Oh, and then maybe that was 2003 actually. Yeah, never mind. I take that back. That was earlier before that. I was born in 2003. What year was Master and Commander? 2003. Okay, I was right. Dang. Anyway. 그럼 가족들은? Then what about your family? 이 마을에? Are they in this village? 내 말에 현민아는 고기를 천천히 저었다. She like slowly shook her head at what I said. So when I was talking, she slowly shook her head. You made the cut. 어째 그 얼굴이 굉장히 어두웠다. Her expression looked really dark though. 그런 현민아를 바라보는 나는 다음 질문을 하기로 했다. So I looked at her, staring at her, and then I decided to ask her the next question. I got a text. Okay, I don't know what that is. All right. We're going to play for 30 more minutes, in case you guys are curious. We'll go until 7:30, and then we'll stop. Or if I get 20 sentences, whichever comes first. Right now I'm at sentence... I did sentence 11, so. 자, 어떤 질문을 해볼까? Alright, so it just wants us to ask everything. So tell us more about what you experienced. 혹시 더 목격한 거 없니? Is there nothing else you witnessed? Sorry, I said experience, I meant witness. 목격하다. 혹시 더 목격한 건 없니? 그러니까 마을 사람들에 대한 것이라던가 maybe something about the village people! I drink all my water again. It's okay, I had DoorDash was doing like a buy $15, spend $15 on pizza, get $15 back. So I got pizza for lunch. I got like a nice fancy like artisan pizza that would normally be like 24 bucks for 23 bucks or whatever for like $7-8. So I ate that, but it's really salty, so I'm like drinking tons of water today.
마을 사람들이요?
Village people! Again, village people. We don't even have to change our keyword. So I asked her, is there something, maybe something else about the village people? 마을 사람들이요? Village people? Yeah, it was a bacon pepperoni pizza. And I don't know what else was on it, but it was pretty good. I mean, nothing incredible, but pizza can be so expensive. And that's Cheryl's probably like, Cheryl could probably rub it in my face because she's in New York, and like you could probably go to like any random like John Doe Bob Schmob store and their pizza is going to be like jaw-dropping incredible. But here in California, you got to really search to find good pizza, and even our best pizza here is like regular pizza in New York. So because it's just not like that, it's not like a big thing. Like our pizzas will just have lots of toppings on them, really thick crust. You know, people like that here, and it's good. But I mean, New York pizza's just like, I don't know, they just do it better. They care more. There's more competition. I had good pizza when I went to New York. We just walked into a random place. Like I literally just bugged some guy on the street. I'm like, hey, is there any good pizza in the area? And he's like, you can go over there. He's like, go down the block. There's a pizza place. I don't know how New York people talk. There's a pizza place on the corner. This is like Italian or something. Anyway, he's just like, that place over there is okay. So we just walked in this random little place that was not too far from our the place we were staying, and $3.50 a slice. It was really good. It was just random pizza place, nothing special. I'm like, yeah, let me get a slice. He just pulled it off, threw it on a paper plate, put it in front of the cash register. I paid him and I left. Like he totally didn't care, but it was a really good pizza. Help you with your accent. Yeah, maybe I'll schedule. You should put yourself up on Super Peer. I'll schedule an hour session and you can teach me how to talk like a New Yorker. I'm walking here. Yeah, I don't know. I go once every 2 years. Wow. Yeah, but I already told Cheryl I wasn't really a big fan of New York when I was there. I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like really the weather. Everything was overpriced. There were no supermarkets. There were just like random stores that sell stuff. Where is the supermarket? There's no like big supermarkets you walk into that I could see, at least not where I was staying. And I liked the Times Square. I thought that was kind of cool, like all the stores in one area, but it was nothing different than what we have in California, like our open street malls. Like we have the same kind of thing. So it was like, yeah, lots of cool stuff to see, lots of cool stuff to take pictures of. Like, wow, I'm in New York, cool. But like, I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to stand the weather. It was too cold the first time that I went there and too hot the second time I went there. But, and then I don't really have any family anymore. My great grandma lived there until she was 96. She lived in New York. Or no, she was in Maine actually, but born in New York, I think. So anyway, 뭐라도 좋으니까 다 이야기해 줄래? So anything is fine. So do you just want to tell me everything? Like whatever is okay. You can tell me anything. Come out to Long Island. Yeah. The right tour guide. And the thing is, the first time I went there was for a job interview, so I wasn't really happy to be there in the first place. Because I was just really stressed. And the second time I went there, it was going to be for a week. But our trip got interrupted by the big typhoon. I think that was in like 2013 or something. It was sometime around then, or maybe 2012 or 2013, where they had to close, like they closed all the subways and they closed everything. And there was like this big hurricane. I don't know what you call it over there. Lots of rain. And yeah, so it interrupted the trip. So we didn't really get to do anything except for like 2 days. We had 2 full days and that was it. Went to Koreatown, which was really small, but we got some Korean food there and checked out all the stores at Times Square, got some pizza, and then that's all we got to really do because we had a full day plan the next 2 days, but we had to leave early. Superstorm Sandy. Okay. It was something. I just remember, luckily, I walked by a store that had a TV on right when it happened, because we weren't at our place. We were outside, and they were shutting everything down. But we wouldn't have even known, except that we walked right by a TV, and I looked in the window, and the governor was talking about blah blah blah, shutting down all blah blah blah, and people were watching it, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I quickly checked on my phone and confirmed that. So then immediately called the airline. Got in to talk with someone. He's like, oh yeah, everything's going crazy, you know, but fortunately I can change your flight. So I changed it. I got and then we bought a train ticket to go from there to DC. So we took a train immediately, and when we got there, all the train tickets were all sold out. So we just got lucky that we walked by that TV, or else we would have missed, because like we had school the day right after. We would have been able to like get out, so we would have been stuck there all week or something. We would have missed our first day of school, which would have been terrible, because yeah, that would have been bad. So I calmed her down and 이야기를 이끌어 내려 했다. I tried to keep talking. Come to Bergentown. Arlie, no offense, but I'm not gonna go there to get Korean food. We have a Koreatown right here. Or I don't know, maybe there's some like special Korean food there though. I don't know. We do have a really large Koreatown, probably the largest Koreatown here in LA though. but I don't go to it that often just because it's kind of far. Like I'm not in downtown LA, and I could live literally like 2 hours away from downtown LA, and it could be like a 10-minute drive to get there just because there's so much traffic. But I don't go down there too much, and especially not since COVID. I haven't been down there since January, I think. They have a lot of good food though. Like if I want something really specific, they have it. But I don't know. I just don't like being in like the really busy area of LA. It's just like you can't park, way too many cars, way too loud, dirty. Everything's expensive. Some things are expensive. I'll say that. Not everything. 이 아이가 뭔가를 더 목격했다면, if she experienced something, she witnessed something else, then 그것이 이 마을에서 살아남을 수 있는 단서가 될지도 모른다. Then it might be something, it might be a clue that is still remaining within this town. So if she witnessed something else, there might be like a clue that still remains in this village that I could use. Cries in Midwest. Yeah, there's nothing there. Literally nothing for Korea. You might be lucky in that you have like a Korean market 50 miles from your house. No, it'll be an Asian market. It'll be called like Asian market. It might just be called Asian market. I was actually thinking, like I said, of doing a meetup in VR chat. Now this is, I haven't planned a date yet, but maybe once I finish with my beginner course and I have a little bit more free time again, I was thinking about doing a meetup in VR chat. So you don't need a VR headset for that. You just download the free program. And, but then you can kind of like walk around, you can use your microphone and talk. There's no video, but it's kind of like you're really meeting, I guess, except you can't see each other, but it's kind of cool. So I was thinking about doing that. Now heavily Korean. Oh, that's good. There's more Korean stuff there.
죄송해요. 더 이상은 잘.
I'm sorry. I don't remember anything else. 더 이상, anything else, anything more. 그래? Oh, really? 현미 나는 연신 고개를 숙이며 죄송하다는 말을 했다. So she lowered her 연신. I'm guessing that's like feeble, like weak neck, or like thin little neck, pencil neck. That's so mean. Well, let me check. Oh, no. Yunshin, never mind. Okay, I was thinking of Yun. Okay. Continually. Yun is something, continually is with Hanja Yun. I don't know if it's from Hanja though, but there is a Hanja means continually, so it might have been from that. Just another fancy word. Like she kept bowing her head and saying sorry. It's called Novena Diabolos. Yeah, it's in the video title. It should be, right? Yeah, it's in the title. Novena Diabolos. I don't know what that means, but it's just the game title. 어쩔 수 없지. Well, nothing I can do about it. 이 이상 물어보는 것도 의미가 없을 것 같아서 나는 다른 질문으로 넘어가기로 했다. So, even asking anything else beyond this, 의미가 없을 것 같아서, I don't think it's going to really have any sort of meaning. It's going to be meaningless to ask anything further than this. So, therefore, 같아서, because of that, 나는 다른 질문으로 넘어가기로 했다. I decided to just go on to some other questions. Another live session. We could. We'd have to just schedule it not schedule it through SuperPeer. Like, if you want, we could do that for tomorrow's. Like, the only problem is we'd have to then quickly, right at the end of the first session, close the Discord, say bye to everyone, and then go to open up SuperPeer. If you want, we could do that. Or the first hour, do it on SuperPeer, and then cut, and then go to Discord. It's okay. Like, basically, cancel one of the sessions, do the other one in Discord. I wouldn't be able to come on early now. I'll have to say that. Like, last time I think I came on like 15 minutes early or something to get set up, but I wouldn't be able to come on that early just because the timing wise, like with Super Peer, we'd have to make sure we don't overlap with it. And then also lately, since I'm doing like, I'm still finishing up the beginner course, I might not have too much extra time, but I'll see. If I can, I'll try to come in still a few minutes early. 더 물어볼 건 없군. Nothing else to ask. 모든 질문에 저렇게 얼버무려 버리면 이쪽에서도 감이 빠져버린다. Because she is just kind of avoiding answering every question, well, then I also am kind of just, I'm done. Like, I'm kind of like run out of steam. Literally run out of steam. But I'm kind of also done with it too. Like, if she's just keep avoiding everything, she's not answering the question. 내 판단에, in my judgment, 현민아는 뭔가를 숨기고 있다. In my judgment, she is hiding something. Let's plan that, but not tomorrow. Okay, sure. She's probably going to keep asking until you say yes. Yeah, we can do it. We can sure do another one. That's fine. Also, Grant James is going to be doing his with me next Wednesday, and I think he's going to broadcast that on his Twitch, he said. I didn't know he had a Twitch. I'll have to find it. So you'll also have that. But I don't know what we're doing. I have no idea. I'll have to ask him what's going on with that. Like, what do we want to talk about, or what does he even need to learn from me? he already speaks Korean really well. I guess we could just like talk about grammar or something, or but yeah, anyway, we'll do that for an hour next Wednesday also. 하지만 그것이 무엇인지 이쪽에서 더 알 수는 없다. But what that is, from my point, from my end, 더 알 수는 없다. I can't know anymore. So whatever that is, I can't know. I can't figure it out. So she's hiding something, but whatever it is, there's no way for me to know. 덕분에, but thanks to that, 현민아에 대한 의심만 더 커져버린 듯하다. I just feel like I have more doubts. My doubts have gotten larger about 현민아, literally. So I feel just more doubtful about her now. It seems. 듯하다. It's like. See, this guy can't, whoever wrote this game, he can't space it. Look, it's supposed to be one word. You guys know that. You guys are pros. This Korean guy who wrote this, amateur. No space.
죄송해요. 저 아무런 도움도 못 되고.
I'm sorry. I can't be of any help. Going to do a live session, I have to plan the lesson differently. Tomorrow's won't be good. Yeah, it's fine. Then not tomorrow. Just let me know for next time. I think we got it on tape that Billy is agreeing, but I seriously have to plan the tape. Yeah. Yeah, these are all taped. I put these on VHS, put them in my closet. A VHS of all of our live streams. Betamax for the HD version. 아니야. 용기 내서 이 말에 대해 말해준 거잖아. No. You gathered courage, but you were brave to tell me about the village. 용기 내서, literally to gather courage. So you were brave to tell me about the village, right? 제보자들이 그런 용기가 얼마나 큰 도움이 되는데. You know how helpful that is for informants, 제보자, to have that kind of you know how important that kind of bravery is with informants. Like, it's really brave of you to say that, though. 걱정 말고 나머진 이제 나한테 맡기면 돼. Cheryl, this is your sentence. Cheryl's sentence. Actually, no. This is not your sentence, Cheryl. I take it back. This is everyone's sentence. Cheryl, I'll give you a different sentence if you think so. But this is everyone's sentence right here. 걱정 말고 나머진 이제 나한테 맡기면 돼. We'll give you an hour after this session. No, you don't need... I totally am fine with it. Like, it's nice that you ask, though, because you would have to do the payment through a different thing, so that way Super Peer doesn't cancel the lesson. But yeah, I mean, And I like to know if it's being broadcast, but it's okay. I'm totally fine with that. Don't I do it? Yeah, this is just everyone's sentence. So everyone can write this down. 걱정 말고 나머지는 이제 나한테 맡기면 돼. 걱정 말고 나머지는 이제 나한테 맡기면 돼. 오케이. 알았지? 알았지? You got it? Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to translate for you. Okay, forget the 알았지 part because you guys already know that now.
감사합니다.
Thank you. All right, Cheryl. This is your sentence. This is your sentence, Cheryl. Good luck. Yeah, ignore the ending 알았지 part. That's too easy, but the rest of it is okay. If you didn't hear what I said, that's even better. All right, Cheryl, this is your sentence. 감사합니다. No, just
마을에
checking.
피디님 같은 분이 계셔서 정말 다행이에요.
This is your sentence, Cheryl. This is your sentence. Actually, I was joking before, but now I'm serious. 이 마을에 PD님 같은 분이 계셔서 정말 다행이에요. You can do this one, Cheryl. This is your sentence. It's long, but you could do it. There's nothing in here that's really difficult grammar. It's all beginner grammar here. Yeah. If you want any help, PD님 is producer. PD. Yes. It's being helpful, okay? I can be mean sometimes, but this is not the time to be mean. This is the time to be challenging. This is the time to push you into a challenge. 감사합니다. 이 마을에 PD님 같은 분이 계셔서 정말 다행이에요. Okay, did you get it? You got the sentence? We're moving on. We still got some time. I still got some space. my friend who was just here, Uju. Playing. How to make 감자 puree? Oh, it's easy. It's easy. She's asking, how do you make mashed potatoes? Okay, let me send her a voice note because okay, you boil a big pot of water and you cut potatoes. So you can cut them small, doesn't matter, but you just have to boil it until the potatoes are soft. So you can take a chopstick and you can push the chopstick into the potato. It should be very soft. Then you turn off the water after it boils. So maybe it takes 30 minutes or 40 minutes. I don't know. And then you drain, you remove all of the water. Then you can take a fork and you can smash all the potatoes. And then you add butter and salt. And then you're done. If you want to make it really smooth, you can use a blender. But you don't have to do that. That is how you make mashed potatoes. And yes, I'm still playing the game live right now. And everyone can hear this. Okay, let me send that to her. Okay, perfect. Arlie, you can ask me that in the game chat because I can tell you with the spoiler tag so that Cheryl can't hear it because I want her to be able to do it by herself. But I'll tell you that in the gaming chat. Just message me. Or you can PM it to me if you don't want to deal with that either. 저 이제 다 끝이라고 생각해서 I think now it's all over though. 그래 이제 안심해도 돼. Yes, now you can be calm now. You're safe now. Like that. I'll just put this back up so you guys can see it. 저 이제 끝이라고 생각해서 I think now it's all over. As in everything that happened, it's all over now. So 그래 이제 안심해도 돼. 안심해도 돼. Now you can relax now. There we go. That's what I wanted to translate it as. You can relax now. 자주 찾아와서 조사한 내용 알려줄 테니까 걱정 말고. Don't worry because I'll let you know everything that I've investigated. I'll keep coming. I'll visit you often and let you know everything that I'm finding out. So don't worry. I'll let you know. 현민아의 얼굴에 연하지만 밝은 미소가 떠오른다. Now she's making this little smile. Where are her teeth? Just put those teeth back. I like those teeth. Okay. A bright smile. It was very light, but a light but bright smile came to her face. Cheryl is a kind Yoda. Prevent me from studying nominalization tonight. Yes. Well, you could do both. We'll see. Like, you guys, I write down these sentences, and after I finish the live stream, I also do a lot of studying with this. So I also am not done once the live stream's over. I have to usually an hour to 2 hours, sometimes 2 hours closer. I don't just write them down really quick and look them up and put them in. I take my time because that's the studying part, is slowly thinking about the sentence, exactly what it means, writing down the form, the actual form, not just the way I saw it, but like what the proper form would be, writing down the example sentence, putting in the hanja, translations, the most important translation goes first, trying to organize the Ankidek, trying to make it better. So it takes a while to do that. 자신감 있게 말한 게 먹힌 모양이다. It appears that she was it appears that it had worked, 먹히다, for me to speak confidently. Like, I'm glad it seems to have worked that I was speaking confidently, if that makes any sense. This would have been a Nika sentence if I actually, there's no really difficult words in here, but it could be a Nika sentence because it's kind of hard to translate anyway. 뻔뻔하게 감정을 숨기는 건 내 PD로서의 장점이지. So being able to 뻔뻔하게 감정을 숨기는 건, being able to hide my true emotions is one of my specialties as a producer. Thank you for the recipe. Yes. No, you don't need to give this. Actually, yeah, I think Nika can take this. But if Nika watches the stream, he'll get the translation. So if Nika wants, he can look at the translation, but I don't think he will. But yeah, you can give it to Nika. Now you can still give it to Nika. It's okay. Yeah, Uju. Yeah, that's the basic recipe. And then what I do also after doing that is I bought an immersion blender. They're so good. So it's like, the blender stick. And I'll put that blender stick in the mashed potatoes, and then you can blend it really smooth. And then I'll also add roasted garlic, extra butter on top of the butter. And then you can add in any herbs that you want to do. So like things like, rosemary, thyme, basil, that stuff's all good. Oregano, like little bits of it, not too much, just a little bit. But I think garlic's the best. You bake garlic. So you take the whole clove, cut off the top, add olive oil and salt, and you bake it wrapped up in foil as is. Bake like 2 whole heads of garlic. And then you take it out, squeeze it out all into the mashed potatoes. I think that makes like the best mashed potatoes. Those are like restaurant worthy mashed potatoes. You don't need milk for mashed potatoes. No, butter is better. You can add milk if you want to make it smoother, like thinner, I should say. But for flavor, no, you don't need it. Just the mashed potatoes by themselves are good. You guys probably don't know this, but I actually cook. Some things I cook some things very well. Not everything, just some things I'm very proud of. That's not the right word. I pride myself in cooking a few things. Mashed potatoes aren't really one of them, but and I'm not generally, though, good at cooking. Just a few things I can really cook well. I do know you cook. I've seen the video. Yeah, that's Uju has seen my cooking because I often send her messages on Katok, like teasing her when I make something. She's seen some of my stuff. Uju cooks really nice too. Her cooking is really pretty looking. She like makes the plates look really pretty and colorful. Even though she'll tell me like, it just tasted okay. It wasn't that good. But it looks like so pretty. Like she'll send me photos sometimes. Omji talk. Yeah. A thumb. Thumbs up. Okay. 그렇게 현민아와 나는 서로에게 정보와 감정을 속이며 so just like that we hid our information and our emotions from each other. 대화를 마무리 지었다. We finished talking. 조금 걱정이 된다. I'm a bit worried. 현민아가 만약 진짜 인간이라면 if she is really a human, 이렇게 서로를 속이는 게 신뢰 관계 현상에 도움 될 리가 없다. There's no way that it's going to be helpful for us to be hiding things from each other in a trust relationship. There's no way that would be helpful. How well do you make matzo ball soup? No, I don't. I can make really good latkes though. Latkes? I don't know how you pronounce latkes. Because I got my mom's recipe. I stole her recipe. So I can make really good latkes because she has the legit recipe. Like the recipe for latkes. Oh yeah. Thin, crispy, fluffy in the middle kind of. Not burned. Not like soft and mashy, but like, oh, they're so good. They're fried in Crisco and then baked in the oven to keep them warm. They use both the potato powder, the dried mashed potatoes, and real potatoes. So it's like a combination which can make it like soft and crispy on the outside. It's an amazing recipe. And she can also do matzo ball soup and all that stuff. But I can't do all that other stuff. I can only do potato pancakes. Latkes. Okay, thanks. I'll put my latkes. Send me a photo. Send me a photo of your latkes. And I'll send you a photo of my my latkes. Hold on. Do I have a photo? Oh, I don't have it on my laptop. I have it on my computer though. I can check. I probably took some photos. 아무래도 이 아이를 좀 더 깊이 알 필요는 있을 것 같군. Anyway, I think that I need to know more in depth about this girl. I think I'll need to know a little bit more about her in depth. Yeah, because we don't really know much about her at all. She's totally hiding from us.
조심하세요, PD님. 이 마을 정말 이상하니까.
Okay, please be careful, PD, producer. This village is really strange. Now I need to get some potatoes and make a batch. My landlady will have a total meltdown from the cooking. Do you use both the powdered and fresh potatoes in your recipe? Because I swear that's got to be the secret for them. Because I made it. My mom had said she's made it with just fresh potatoes before. And the first time I made latkes also, I made it using the like a traditional recipe where you get really thin grated mashed potatoes, really thin grated potatoes, and then thick grated potatoes, and you kind of mix them together and do stuff with them. But that wasn't as good as the one that used the actual dry powdered mashed potato, not powdered, but dry powdered potatoes mixed with the fresh ones. That worked better. It made them crispier. But I'm curious what yours look like. If they should be like, I'm sure they're good. 걱정 마. Don't worry. 이런 일 한두 번 해본 게 아니니까. It's not my first time. Literally, this kind of thing, this kind of incident, 한두 번, one or two times, 해본 게 아니니까. It's not one or two times that I've done this. So it's not my first time. It's not my first rodeo.
PD님만 믿을게요.
Okay. I'll trust you. I trust you, basically. PD님만 믿을게. I will trust only you. But it's more like, okay, I'll believe you. I believe you. Fresh is the way. Yeah, I tried it with fresh. I just couldn't get it right. I thought that the dried mixing worked really good too for texture-wise. But I don't know. I'm feeling more confident about my recipe. Might have to have a real challenge where we might have to bring some latkes on a plane and meet in Korea and then do a blind taste test. Have everyone take a bite. And then what do you eat them with? Okay, applesauce and sour cream. Gotta get both. Unless you prefer something else. I think applesauce and sour cream. Oh, I'm really hungry now. I want latkes again. 닫혀진 방문을 지켜보던 나는, so I was just kind of watching the door that was closed now. So I'm watching over her closed door. 머리를 긁으며 scratched my head and 다음 장소로 이동했다. I moved to my next location. 현민아, 저 아이에 대해 지금으로서 어떠한 말도 함부로 할 수가 없다. I just can't say whatever now about her. So now I can't really just say whatever about her now. It's 9:30 at night and now I'm starving. Yeah, every time I think about like some of that food. And there's no Jewish restaurant near me. Yeah. Please eat 야식. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something right after this. 하지만 지나치게 뭔가를 숨긴다는 점, 그것이 아주 굉장히 신경 쓰였다. But the fact that she's hiding something from me, that's just it makes me really worried though. Okay, saved. Perfect time. Okay. Perfect time. Okay. All right, I only got 12 words today. We didn't get too much new stuff. So that's all for today. I'm going to give my kid a bath soon. Hey, memes. Welcome to the end of the stream. Yeah, so let me just close this. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Now I'm really hungry. I'm going to seriously Facebook my mom right now and be like, can you make me latkes? Please. Please make me latkes, mommy. I love you. Now make me latkes. Or that and baklava. Like I said, her baklava is the best I've ever had. Ever. Including stuff in like the Greek festivals and like Greek restaurants and by like, you know, or Armenian or Russian or whatever friends I had that made baklava. Oh, her baklava is the best. I have a recipe too. I've never made it though. She makes it. Oh yes. Okay. Thank you for coming, everyone. I'll see you again in a few more days. Not tomorrow, but maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, we'll have to see about that. Wednesday or Thursday. I'll see you guys again. Take care, guys. See ya.